So hello everyone and welcome back to Into the Breach again with this still Judoka team where we at least have been on this hard difficulty able to do the mass displacement. Then still would wish to be getting the unwitting allies, have 4 enemies die from enemy fire in a single battle and unbreakable. And of course simply just see if we can survive this all the way to the end, which we'll see. The first island went really well, the second island went decently well, other than me just completely messing up in the one specific sector, which was really not a good thing, because I would really, first of all, I would love to be getting better drivers into this. I'm not even sure if you are the best at this guy, even if I would be giving you the move and forget, or fire and forget really, but which means just moving again after shooting. Maybe it would be better on this one, maybe it would be better here, and I'm very much unsure if I should rather use this or use this, because both of them can basically give us great options, but I'm not sure which actually would be better. I might try to just go again maybe into this and see if I can do better with this than with the confused shot. I'm really not sure which one I would prefer. Then I'm basically just having this with you at the moment, with the +1 range, while I don't think that this, well, as sus, with the 2 I could activate this, but I would want more than just to activate it. So I guess we'll at least try this for the start. That place has the leader Firefly, and this has this thing, but the explosive guys. Let's save this place for last, I'd say, so let's go into the Pinnacle Robotics. Oh, I hope you can respect both forms of life on this island, organic and mechanical. I shall very much try. What a shame. We have to go into this place at some point or another, when we would like to especially get there. Such a shame. I'd love to go here, but I think the most important would try to be getting into this, because all of these cores are extremely important. At least the one good thing about this mission is that it's really easy, defensive shields active, and battle with less than 4 mech damage. We'll see if we can manage to do that. We'll try. With the island melting and sentient life turning mad, you and your mechs are the only chance. Yup. Sure, I'll place you around here. You, I can definitely have it back. Maybe have you here. You can, nonetheless, after all, this is an artillery shot, so you can easily move it from, or use it from here. We'll see. I'm not sure if this is the better one or the confusion shot, but we'll see. We'll see. I definitely don't enjoy that. Not that either, really. You're not really an issue. You are also being annoying. So a lot of annoyance going on, I'd say. A lot of annoyance. You are shooting in that way. You are even acting first. I think one of the pretty good options would be then to just throw you over here, which is going to be taking care of you as an enemy. And then it would mean that you would actually kill this unit so that it's not going to be able to shoot, which I think I like. And at least we're blocking one enemy from coming in. So I definitely think that that is for sure a good idea. However, how would I like to be using you? Is a very different question. At least I can very much be happy that I'm actually able to do the push now without hurting the buildings. I kind of think that the idea of putting you into fire might be good, because I think you are going to be set into fire from this too already, and you are going to be pushed away, so you're not going to be harming the building. Plus, when you are on flames, you're already taking 1 damage from the flames, which I think that you will be on fire, and then next turn I basically don't have to worry about you because you will be burning still. So, I think this should be okay. Actually, you're not in the flames, which is a shame. Not the end of the world, but a little bit of a shame. I would have liked to have it better. So, I'm really not sure what you should be doing. I guess I'll just bring you here somewhere or something. Because I'm not sure what what exactly I would be wanting to do with you. Like, sure, I could be moving you with one, but at least that spot is burning for the future, I guess. Because unfortunately, you cannot, on the other hand, pull this guy. Well, I could pull it like this, in a sense, sure. But I don't know. I don't see that being the best move. I guess I'll just move with you indeed a few spots, so I have more possibility of moving wherever I need to go, mayhap. So we're gonna be having one more enemy. You wouldn't have been able to go and block it anyways. We'll see how this is going to be going. You're not dead. You're at least going to kill one of your allies. And you are definitely not dead. I was thinking that that isn't going to be harmed, right? And no. Gladly no. Definitely we are going to have a difficult situation though. There's even this guy. That's not necessarily too bad, other than for the fact that when you are there, basically you only can go and take care of this guy, and that's pretty much all you can do. Well, I can always do this if I wish. So I guess I should be keeping that as an option, so both of you would actually be blocked from shooting and those areas would be in smoke. It's kind of a good thing then that I have the 2-tile possibility of doing the smoke. You and you. I could possibly kill you with this guy if I move this one to the left and pull you into this direction, which I think is probably not the worst idea. Which order are you acting? You are going to be acting earlier though, unfortunately. So if I do this, you're still going to be shooting this one and getting the shield off, which isn't perfect for sure, but it's not as bad, I guess I could say. And at least I would be dealing 1 damage to this little firefly. Not a lot, but better than nothing. It's going to still get killed. The only question is, would I rather that this shield is going to stay up, or would I rather concentrate in killing this, but it's not going to anyways kill it yet? So maybe I should put them into smoke? I'm not sure though. Considering this isn't going to be actually, like, we're only killing 1 enemy this turn then. And anyways, we're going to be only killing 1 enemy, unfortunately. Would be perfect if I could get here and then throw this guy into here. But if we wanted to do this, then that certainly wouldn't have been a possibility anyways. Of course, I wouldn't have had to go and move this, I guess. I could have gone and pulled this guy into here, which should have wounded it even more, but on the other hand, it still shouldn't be dead, I don't think. Maybe this is very risky, I would say, because yeah, I would say this is very risky. Sure, we're still protecting most of the places pretty well and everything, but it really means that we'll have a lot of enemies to take care of in the future if I go and do this. So at least this way you would be in 1 health, and even this artillery would be able to kill you, or you would be able to kill it. Either of you would be easily able to kill this at least. So I guess I will try to do this, though I do not like the fact that this will not have a shield. At least you're still going to be blocking that spot, but on the other hand you are losing health rapidly by blocking it. Kind of feel that I have to do that though. Also, that shield is gone too. Which as well isn't good. At least that unit is dead. But it's only 1 unit. Okay, so you were able to give the health bonus, right? Pretty sure about that. At least you're attacking the one that has a shield, and you are no problem, at least. And 1 more enemy would be spawning, and basically we have to give let 2 enemies spawn, I would say, because otherwise you would have to just use your time to heal. Heal 1 at the start of their turn. So I think that this is definitely going to be one that we gotta kill. There's simply no options about that. This isn't fun here, but it's not necessarily necessary to kill. You're actually going to act first. I actually think, well, unfortunately you already die if I do this. What a shame. Otherwise a perfect idea, I would say. To go and just throw you on the way of this guy and yeah, you would die. You would be able to kill this first or damage this guy before you would die and all that, but unfortunately, not going to happen. So, how would I kill you? Is then the other question. If I can pull you into here, that would be great. Unfortunately, you can only pull, you cannot push. So that's not exactly going to work. I can shoot with you to at least put you into fire, which I guess is decent. Fire damage comes before the Psion regeneration, so that could actually work pretty nicely to get rid of the Psion at least, which is something with this unit. I think that that's actually probably the best that we can do. Yeah. So I'll leave you already there for preparation, and I guess I'll just bring you to kill this. It's not perfect by any means, but it's going to do enough, I guess. Wish that you were alive, but unfortunately you're not. And then we could just at least make sure that we're not going to have this also lose its shield by pulling you. However, you are very far here on the left side as well, which does make me a little bit worried. Specifically, we're getting 2 more enemies. But I guess we'll see how that will work out. And then, of course, not to forget to actually shoot with you. So you will be in flames. At least they will not be regenerating health. But, of course, it's not like that's that important, but still. It's not that amazing, really. Let's see. You are really annoying. I hate ya. And I don't like you doing that either. And I don't like you doing that, nor you that. You are actually pretty okay doing whatever you do. These two, on the other hand, no. Again, you can easily pull this guy, for example. Can you deal enough with these guys? You can easily push one of these. And I guess while you can do that, then you can go and take care of the other one. So you could come and just... Well, actually, you can also just make sure that we will not be suffering more and just do this. Actually, I think this is better. You will just go and smoke those. You will pull this guy. Because why not? One option would be, of course, that I would be able to get you all the way into here so that this unit would be able to kill you, which I kind of love too. But on the other hand... Like, indeed, that's one of the options, that I push you into here and this unit will kill you. But on the other hand, I know that I can just, like, kill you by putting you into the water, so I don't see why I wouldn't like to do that just as much. And I'm not gonna be able to kill either or one of you, so I'm just gonna be smoking you guys. And we didn't lose anything. Nonetheless, so not too bad. Of course, this was only for the 1 star, if I remember correctly, so yes. 1 star only, unfortunately. Still, it was something that we needed to do. Then I would go to the venting fields, into here and into here. Defend the robots can be good, and can also be bad. Our sentient mind layers have lost IO and are attempting to run old routines, protect these blind, helpless creatures once more. But the problem is they start so in the middle of all the enemies that I'm not sure if I'm able to go and actually protect them. But I guess we better try. I don't know, maybe you should go into here so you can easily go into the very back row to do your attacks and you can just be here then. I guess that could be okay. And the mechs have landed, so they have. Try to be careful. At least there's a couple of mines. I do like that, of course. You are no fun. You are nice to me. You are less nice. It's kind of unfortunate that those are not water yet. Could try to pull some into those otherwise. Huh. So how do I want to be dealing with you? It's also kind of a good question. I could pull you to block this spot. I think that's perfect. You do Like, it's very good that I have a lot of movement with you. You can come and just block this for a moment, even though I don't otherwise think it's that important, but... Well, at this moment it's kind of perfect when we can just move this guy anyways. Then I cannot get you anywhere where I would really love to have you. Like, unfortunately, if I would go into here and try to throw you into there or something, not really perfect, I'd say. Not really perfect. I can always just push you into there, but unfortunately, even then just you're not quite far enough to be able to shoot its others, one or the other or the other or the what. But nonetheless, it's not gonna exactly do as much as I would like. Unless I would put myself into the fire line, and I don't think that's a good idea. Like, I could go into... If I push this guy into here, I could go here and throw it into here, so that it would be on the fire line of this guy, but you would be pretty much almost dead then. Of course, we would be able to get rid of this guy too, but I'm not sure that's exactly the best move. Even if we would be able to get rid of this guy for sure. Still, I don't think it's the best move. But definitely need to be, of course, changing your location. If only I could be... In this situation, it would be so perfect if I could switch you to attack this direction. But that's the thing, sometimes the switching the attack would be perfect, sometimes the other option would be perfect. It's impossible to know which one works when and all that. So, I guess I need to go and just try to attack this guy, even though I don't love the idea of just doing this. Besides, you regenerate, right? So, it's not actually useful for me to do this. Yeah, it's in no way useful. So, I guess the best that I can do is just come indeed into here and just throw you a little bit more, though then you would actually again do damage to me that I don't think is a good idea. I would really love to damage you more, but I can't get there. Definitely don't want to throw him from there. I could go from here and at least get the kill. That's the one thing that I'm kind of considering. I could get a kill that way. It's not perfect option for sure, but I could get a kill. But if I came into here, you would be in 1 health, which would still make it a lot harder for you to stay alive. But of course we would be able to get 1 unit dead, which is also alpha unit after all, and we don't have any other enemies to be that we have to deal with. So maybe I'll try to risk this. I'm not exactly sure it's the best, but we'll try. We'll try. We'll see. Giant regeneration is still going to kill you. You doesn't matter as sus because you're still gonna die. Okay, more mines in there. And that mine is at least nice. Actually, perfect position. Even though it does mean that I'm not getting Vec kills from you, but... As in, another Vec cannot go and kill you. But that's just the perfect spot not to do that. So, I think I gotta. I could push you into there, but you would still be getting the regeneration, unfortunately. So that's the only unfortunate factor. Plus we would be destroying this mine and this mine. So I'm not sure that's the best. Of course, this way I would be able to actually completely kill you. If I push you into this guy. Which might be worth it. Maybe, though, if I would do that... I should bring you into here and rather push this unit into... No. Doesn't really matter where exactly I would then P, I'd say. Like, I'm gonna kill a mine anyways. This mine. Which is kind of a very unfortunate thing. I'd love it if I wouldn't have to kill that mine. But I would love to get rid of this guy because it's going to be making it annoying when they regenerate. So I'm kind of wondering, do I want to be doing this? It just means that I have 2 units that are in 1 health. Which is definitely not exactly perfect, if I could say. I guess I'll do it. At least that water, I guess, is at least that is the water, yes, but I think I'll just then bring you at least backwards and heal you. We are going to get 4 enemy units, and this robot especially is all the way in the middle of them all. So it's doesn't quite look promising, I'd say. At least they don't have the health regeneration. At least there's 3 mines in a line there, which I guess is good. At least you're not doing more. Nice enough of you to do that, at least. You two are the problems. Quite problems. I could always throw you in the middle of here, though. But then you would be shooting here, which would also damage you, because you would be in this spot. So even though I would like to do it, I don't think that's actually an idea that I could do in any way. Can I pull any of them in a way that would be good? Well, I could pull you into here if I brought you into here and then just use the pull. And you would just hit the Firefly and kill that unit. The Firefly is easy to kill, but unless that would be 1 more enemy killed by an enemy, and it would still mean that he would be blocking even a 1 more spawn, and as it's the second to last turn, then it's not going to be, there's no spawns in the last turn after all. So this is the only turn where the spawns will matter. So I guess this will be okay enough of a way to do this. But then I would have to think how I want to deal with you, and I guess the answer would be that I would want to be dealing with you on this guy, though then I should have not moved you yet. I would have to say. Should have done it in a different order. So let's just go back for just a moment. Let's just bring you here, but not use your attack yet. Because I was thinking that if I do this, you would just push this guy again away from that spot. And yeah, I wasn't looking into that, because we want that shot to just be wasted. You, on the other hand, is going to be indeed a unit that we are going to be pulling here. And I guess you're just gonna be going and hanging a little bit backwards into here and just a repair. Because you need some repairs. At least you're dealing damage to the eyes, and 1 more spot is going to be broken, so that's decent. No more that we can do, and the rest it has been used because of my kind of silly not really thinking about that well enough. But at least only 1 more enemy. At least. This unit is of course very weak, but at least they haven't tried to even kill the robots, but I do hate where you are at the moment. You're okay to do whatever you want. Okay, how would I want to do this? I can easily again get you to die, because I can come into here and pull you. However, I don't want to do it with you, because if I would do it with you, you would also die, because this unit would do damage to 3 tiles. So if I want to do this, then I should definitely do it with you. And I do think that I want to do it, but it's kind of just unfortunate that it has to be like that. Actually, I think I can get 4 enemy friendly kills, I could say. Because I could then do this, which would break you guys from the eyes, and you would just shoot this guy and kill it. Which is perfect, I'd say. I'm not sure if this is exactly 4, but I think it could very well be 4. I'm not really sure you have anything useful to do, just move and heal a little bit. And then I can push you in front of this guy. And you do act 4. I was thinking, did I actually look Fuyax before? But I was lucky that this was the turn order. But yeah. At least 2 more kills, and I think I had 2 already. Not sure though. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. But we'll see. We'll see. Nice though. Thank you very much. And thank you very much. And what unwitting allies is perfect. Lovely. That wasn't too bad then. I actually managed to get that achievement as well. Okay, so that has been done. And then it would be the Tundra. Block Vex spawning 3 times. Is not the easiest, but it's usually doable. Unless we got a lot of freeze mines here, which is nice. Let's put you into here. They are, of course, a little bit of a problem too when we have to consider, can we actually go and move here? Can we not move here? Maybe place you into here. Maybe you will come into here. That would be perfect. Very much would be appreciated. Old-fashioned relics, almost prehistoric. Lovely. I was hoping you would do this. Okay, you're no problem. You are basically no problem. And of course you are no problem because you even just did that to yourself. Okay, let's see. I think I unfortunately cannot just go and block this spot with you, even though I would love to. Because you are the only one who could immediately rush to block a spawn. And I would love to do it. But the easiest way to deal with you is to get you into this spot. And freeze you. And you can pull when most others cannot really get that done. Because you would need to be shooting here to push me over into this spot. And you're not gonna be able to reach there. So I think that is going to be your responsibility, no matter if it's what we think about it exactly. Then I could, of course, block this spawn with you if I shoot into here and move you over. That is definitely an option. Pretty decent option at that. And, I don't think this is perfect. I might be allowing this guy to free this unit. Maybe not. We'll see how this will work. I'll try it out at least. So if I would do this... You are frozen again, which is totally fine. At the moment, he would be shooting at this guy. You act as third. If I come into here and throw you across into this spot, however, you are going to shoot this guy and kill it, and you're not even able to go and do that. So actually, think that's pretty freaking perfect. And we are even able to block already one time. Of course, we need 2 more blocks, but basically at the moment we would be working with 2 enemies only. So that's not bad. This is a nice ice, 1 enemy and 1 more enemy. Definitely doesn't look bad though. And some water, which may be useful to us. Okay, I don't mind you guys at all, to be honest. I could even just go into... Well, unfortunately you can't quite make it there, because otherwise I was thinking, hey, I'll just pull you into here and yeah, go from there. But unfortunately you can't quite make it. Could be almost perfect though. Of course, then I could just pull you into here, so you will be killing this unit. Unfortunately, you act a lot later than this unit does. Which is the only annoying thing, because I would really love to be able to actually... And none of this would then be blocking a spot. Which is the only other thing that I'm kind of thinking. I would love to be able to actually like block one of these enemies from spawning. Of course... I was thinking that if I come into here and shoot over here... I don't think it's perfect. I guess... I assume that we would still be doing damage to this unit, which I don't think I then necessarily wanna do. This way you would still die. You would be pushed once back, which would be okay. I guess. Not perfect, but okay. Yeah, I was just thinking that, is that actually the case? And, yeah, but what would I want to do with you? I guess I would just come and block this spot with you. Maybe. Yeah, I guess so. We need to be blocking these spawns anyway, so... So what was it that I was planning to do? It was this movement, which would already kill you, so I don't need to be worrying about putting you anywhere or anything, and then you would be there, and I could just come and block this, which basically is going to be getting our 1 mission done. Which definitely isn't bad. I think that sounds pretty good. Seems pretty good. And then there is you. who is not trying to do things that I would prefer you not to do. I could just get you to block this spawn, but of course it's not like you would be dying to it yet. Or I could try to maybe get you to block here, which I think would sound pretty nice. However, I'm like thinking, actually, yeah, I think I know what I will wanna do. I wanna push you once into here. I won't be able to actually get you to block because this is actually taking damage if I do this, or is causing damage. Otherwise, I would bring you here and indeed do what I was thinking, as in pulling you one, push you one into here, then get you pulled into here. But then at least you need to be out of the blocking spot, because otherwise you would basically die to that. I guess it's okay still, but we'll see, I guess. Let's just bring you to block this spot then, I guess. And yeah, I can still move with you, so that's fine. Let's repair. You can shoot this guy. And then you can just pull it. It's going to die into this. Sure, it's gonna deal 1 damage to us, but it's not the end of the world. We are still at least even blocking 1 more spawn. There's only 1 enemy other than this spawning, and this enemy is after all dead. It's not a nice enemy, but it's not too big of an issue to deal with this amount of units. I think you're gonna go there. You're going to come into here, do this, and you're gonna pull it, and it's gonna be in the sink. I kind of have a feeling that probably actually the pull is better in this science unit, even though I really like the idea of using the switch the attack direction. But I kind of feel that with the steel Judoka it probably is better that you have someone who can pull, and pretty much any distances, so yeah. Definitely not bad. 3 cheers for the steel Judoka. Nice, nice. You and Steel Judoka have turned back to back. We are updating our chances of success based on this battle. Crit defense is 25%. Not bad. Then comes the really difficult one. So freeze and defend both robots. Last time around with the laser mech, I made the mistake of destroying all the ice, and the little robot wasn't able to get to the other side in this mission to actually freeze the other robot, which was really freaking annoying. Better not do that mistake again. Maybe I could have actually hit the ice into the river, and maybe that could have frozen the tile, so that we could have actually gone across. Never tried that, but maybe that could have worked. Central processor, nonetheless. These machines are not currently themselves. Yes. So, we do definitely not have any other units that could freeze, so that is something we have to be concerned about. And there's a couple of tiles that will not have any like ice, which will make it difficult for us to exactly get into positions where we would like to be. I think the pool mech is going to be important. I think the pool mech will definitely have a science ship an important role. Unfortunately, this is the especially annoying spot. I like to hear that there's a pot incoming, but I don't know if we're able to do this. You're also in a very annoying spot over there, I would have to say, and I don't like what you're doing there, my friend. Well, there's definitely one thing that I want to do, which is bring you into here. Or here. I guess this might be the better spot. It's kind of funny that you're doing this sort of a shot. I don't know then. Maybe I need to just accept that we'll lose probably these buildings, most likely, but you would be almost dead. So yeah, but I guess this would be the better actually possibility to go and freeze this unit. Because you're not actually that big of an issue. What is an issue is definitely this more so. Sure, I would love to be able to get this guy into a better area, but I guess because you can't get into here now. So I guess the only really logical thing for you to do is to just kill this unit, so this unit will be freed. Even though it feels like such a waste of a turn, sort of. I think actually this might be good. Who acts first? You act before this guy, unfortunately. Which also I cannot say I love. But maybe then actually I shouldn't do this. But I should come into here and push you into this direction, and then this guy is also going to be shooting all the way over here. Which I think is the better option, and you're going to even die to that. I think that is pretty perfect. Then we just have to be somehow worrying about going and actually getting this unit dealt with especially. I think one of the better ways for me to possibly try to do it is to try to bring this mech, science mech who can pull, all the way over here, so maybe we can pull it into this direction where this guy would actually be able to go and try to freeze that unit. But we'll see if that will work out. Anyways, we are going to be even getting that unit killed. There's going to be 2 enemies that we would have to kill, and 1 unit that we would somehow have to try to go and get frozen. We'll see if that will manage to happen though. End turn. There's nothing you need to pull at the moment. Lovely, thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Ooh, another one of these. Definitely don't enjoy that. As such, as long as you just move from there, your shot is irrelevant, basically. I could, of course, just come into here and freeze this unit, but that's not perfect. I could, of course, just move this unit, like come into here, pull this unit, so that you would have a clear line to freeze this, which I think is something you should do. You should just try to be getting up into here, actually, and then you... I guess you should be put into this spot around this area. Yeah, with the artillery. I think that's probably what I would need to do. So that you would shoot there and you would be causing no harm. Okay, sometimes it's definitely a good thing to take a little bit of a break from playing though, anyways. There is a problem actually. I would love to do this, just freeze this unit right now. But it will mean that this unit will be actually shooting this way. Which I cannot also say I love. Sure, this unit at least is only going to deal 1 damage. This is almost perfect, but not quite perfect, I'd say. Especially when this is doing a laser attack. So definitely not great. As such, there is one thing that I can do, even though it isn't what I would love to do. Yeah. I can do this, and then your attack is cancelled. Which I think is then the best that I can hope to do while I'll try to be buying time for you to actually get into an area to freeze the freaking thing. This is always a problem. How do I get into a place where I can freeze it? I guess I can at least then come and just freeze one of these other things, other enemy units. So I guess there's that. I guess you could even stand right here and just freeze this thing. I guess that's not a bad idea, to be honest. Then we have only 1 enemy to really deal with, and you are the one that is completely unwounded anyway, so I guess that's a pretty decent choice. 2 more enemies are gonna of course be spawning in, and you are still of course here. At least this, it's probably going to be the case that he's going to be moving here and doing something very annoying. But maybe then I should be trying to be starting to move you from here. This map is always sometimes so annoying when it's so difficult to see that how would I actually be able to make these movements. At least you are not an alpha unit, I guess. I was saying that he's probably gonna do that. Of course, I can go and try to pull this unit again. With this unit, I could go into here, pull you back into here, and I could actually freeze you. Which wouldn't be a bad choice, for sure. Then I would just have to be dealing with these 3. But what and in what order and so on and forth is then the question. What useful can I do with you? I guess the smoke is pretty much the best that you can do to something. What can I do with you that would be the most useful? action. Probably to push you into here where you will be in acid. Plus... yeah. I think this is good. Also breaking some ice, which is fine. Which is totally fine. So you are going to be missing. You of course are for the moment still acting, but I am going to do this movement because I think it's the best way for me to actually try to do this. I'm pretty happy with the fact that we actually are, or I went back and chose this gone back because I think it is still the better option. I guess I should have gone and moved actually before that. Yeah. Okay, maybe I should reset turn just for that fact because if I'm gonna do with something with you, you need to be moving before that. For sure. Because otherwise you're gonna be blocked in there. And that's not a good choice of you to do and be in a situation of. You're not gonna be acting from there though. I don't know if I can actually stop this other than going in to the front, which isn't a choice that I would prefer. But it is a choice that we could at least do. And it will mean that we will definitely have a lot more enemies to deal with in the future turn. Like, you survive. It's not a great survival. And so, liking the idea of pulling this guy into here too and everything. At least this guy will be able to freeze something else later. But the problem is that our mission is to try to go and freaking freeze these things. So, I would need to do it. So you are going to be blocking this shot for now. And we'll see if this will turn out real bad for us, but we'll see, I guess. You are freed, of course, obviously enough. Oh no. The time bot, of course. I was just looking that, yeah, it's no problem that you do that. Yeah, no problem, eh? Other than it is. Yeah. Of course it is. Of course it is, because the time bot, well, I can always just move you away, but I think you need to just do this at least, and at least this one enemy is something that we don't have to be worried about. You are no problem, but yeah, the damn time bot, of course, it just happened to be there. I should have moved into there, and I guess just... I don't know. You should have moved there before to pick it up, because I had a choice to try to do that while I was just freezing this unit before, but I didn't because I was thinking that it's not going to be that essential. But one thing that I should always learn from this is that it is essential. It is essential that you go and freaking take the time bot when you have the possibility to do so. Because if you don't, there's a very high risk that you will be in a situation where accidentally you lose it. And that is not what you want to have happened. So yeah, that's not good at all. Not good whatsoever. So one option that I could do is just to push you into the water at least, which would deal at least with you, and the freaking robots would at least be frozen. I just hate the fact that I lost that time bot like that. It's usually the environmental or the type of attacks that do not straight away damage, but do around them some damage, which caused me the problems of not realizing exactly. So you could get rid of this guy. Then we would still have this guy to deal with, and this guy to deal with. Which is not perfect. You cannot really deal anything with them, so I think you need to be the one to come and do something about this guy, because then you can easily just throw this guy around. So I think you need to do that, because that's the one thing that you can do, which is going to stop that guy's attack. Then there's of course this unit and this unit that would need to be dealt with. You could easily go into here and deal with it, because you can just pull it. Can you do something about this guy? Yes, you can. You can also throw him into the water. Let's just have a lot of water kills at least in the end here, I guess, I'd say. And you're gonna throw this guy. He's gonna be in the smoke. And you're just gonna come and pull this unit into the water. So, otherwise perfect. but I should have before gone and picked up the time bot. I lost it because me not going and actually using a little bit of a time to go and pick it up, because I was thinking that it's okay not to pick it up. You should always, if you have a choice, you should go and pick it up. So that's just an unfortunate fact then, that's most likely going to be meaning that we can't have a perfect island, because yeah, it's one of the missions, so we cannot have a perfect island. Kind of close to having a perfect island, and that is the one thing that I actually can reward you with, also a pilot. So I basically have lost both of the ways to get a new pilot, which sucks. Well, destroy the Hornet leader and protect the corporate tower mission starting up. I'm gonna put you here. Put you somewhere over here at the back line. And I think you will be here, because I think this is a good idea to have this unit somewhere around here. I should have actually used the one reactor core that I already got to do at least something for us, to give a little bit of a bonus, but I completely forgot because I was just thinking about the damn time bot that I lost. But I guess that's not the end of the world. It's kind of annoying though. Okay, I don't like you guys. I don't like you guys doing what you're doing. So, at the moment, you would be in a serious trouble. That's for sure. Then you are doing that. Then you are shooting a mountain slash actually buildings. There is a lot of options, but I'm not sure what would be the best option. I would love you to be in a position where you could kill a lot of these friends of yours, but definitely you are at least someone that we have to deal with in one way or another. But we could push you into here, where you would be able to fire this line. Then the question is, can I free you from there, for example, and try to get some other units there so that they would die? One option is, of course, that I would just smoke this. Sure, it's not going to be pushing this into the battle line, but at least this would die. Not that it's even a very important thing, because this only has one life. This would be great if I could push this guy into there, which is, of course, possible if I use that action for both of these. Of course, on the other hand, it would be even more perfect if I could actually kill this unit with the help of these units, but that's not going to happen. Well, if I could get you into here somewhere. It's almost possible, but not quite, because I need to kill this guy first. Because I was thinking that, like, if I could get you into here, and just get this guy a couple of more tiles into this direction, then yeah, you would be able to hit this guy. Other than the fact, of course, that you are going to act before, so it's not quite going to be able to work, unfortunately. But, yeah. Almost. Unfortunately, you cannot use your attack here at all, which truly sucks. You can, of course, get out of here, though, because you can smoke, which is fine. So indeed, then it's just a question, do I want to try to go and do that? Or do I not want to go and try to do that? How do I want to try to do this? One option is just pulling you in here, which at least will cause you to block one of the spawns. And you guys will have to try to deal with these three. And I kind of think that that's the safer option. I don't love that as much as I would if you would be able to kill some of your friends. But I think this is the safer play, because at least it deals a little bit of damage to this Firefly. Not a huge deal of damage, but at least just a teeny tiny bit of damage. You would almost be getting killed. Unfortunately, not quite by this. Of course, no way I could be thinking of doing exactly that. Which does leave you to probably have to do something like this, because at least, sure, it deals a little bit of damage to you yourself, but at least this unit will be in 1 health, which is going to be helping. Do I accept this then? Because, of course, there is a problem, though, that if I do that, then there's basically nothing I can pretty much do to this. But there's pretty much nothing I can do to it anyways, unless I do this, and then I would push my own mech into there. Well, of course I can do this after I would move with you, which I guess I could try to do. Of course, I don't exactly love this otherwise, but at least there's a good thing that nothing from this style can try to attack here, I guess. It's something, I guess. Not really great, though. Definitely not great, because we definitely are not getting any of these enemies killed. Definitely are not getting any of these enemies killed, which will probably cause us quite a bit of trouble in all honesty, but I'm gonna try it. I'm trying to save everything basically, and I'm not sure it's going to be worth it, but we're gonna try it. We're still going to try it. Well, you came here again, and you came to steal Judoka again. You're doing that, and you are doing that. So, you are always the one who is acting first. I could easily go and throw you into here, though. You can as such survive an attack from this guy, even if only barely. And you are as such someone who, well, There is a problem that if I throw you right into here, I would have to get you out of here, though. Why? Because of the fact that this unit is going to cause damage to 3 tiles. So sure, I would be able to get some damage to you. But that's not quite good enough. Of course I could just try to get someone into this area to damage it, but again, that's not exactly perfect. This guy definitely doesn't work. This way I could be pushing you just a little bit. Sure. I'm definitely going to take some crit damage here. That's for sure. That is for a certainty. This way at least my mech would be freed, yes. This way you would be moved again and dealt just a little bit of damage. This unit would be dead. I would just so much more like the idea of throwing you into there, but I don't know if that's actually going to be workable as such. Even if you then would deal damage, if I did this movement, it wouldn't be that big of an issue. Actually, I like this kinda. But it just means that then I have to accept this unit basically attacking, because this definitely I have to move away so that it cannot deal damage, because it would be attacking 2 of these. So it's unacceptable. But yeah, I kinda like this, as long as I throw you first into here. Because if I throw you first into there, first of all, this unit is gonna be killed by this unit, so I don't have to be worrying about that damage. If I throw you into here, you're gonna catch acid. Sure, we are also, with this unit. You're going to catch acid, but you're also going to be damaged pretty nicely with this enemy, which I do just like kind of too much, I'd say. So, you would be almost dead already. And if I just do this, you're already going to be getting more damage because you're going to be crashed into that mountain. That unit is gonna die. And all that. So basically you're gonna be getting killed by your ally. And it's actually not even dealing any damage to me, but unfortunately we're gonna be getting the acid. I guess it happens in that order though then. I guess I'll just move you a little bit and pull you into here. So we are going to be losing this, because I wanted to try to see a way to get this guy killed. And so that it wouldn't be a problem for us anymore. And I'm kind of happy that I was able to do that. Unfortunately, it meant that I didn't have time to try to protect this. So it's most likely going to be destroyed. Thank you though. Yes. Very much indeed, unfortunately getting destroyed. At least some of the worst enemies have been dealt with though, I'd say. Some. Not quite all, even remotely, but some of them have. If I would be able to... Well, actually... Well, no. That's not quite going to be enough anyways. And you're the one who is acting first, so you're the first problem, I'd say. in that sense. Like, I was thinking, maybe I can get these guys to kill each other too, but I don't think that's exactly the perfect option in this point. I think you can come and block one spawn and just get this guy into here, though. I think that's totally fine. Then I would just need to be working out what I exactly wish to be doing with these guys. I think you have to go and just protect that, because you cannot get there, and we cannot in any way get someone else, like an enemy, to get to kill it. So I think this is all we gotta do with that. And that's fine enough. And then I guess you could just come and throw this into here, and sure, it's in a kind of annoying position, but it's not gonna be dealing damage then. We can still use the smoke at some point if we need to, and at least they are both wounded more so we'll see if this will be okay. At least only 2 more enemies coming in. Better than a mountain than a building, yes, it usually is. I don't like the Psion coming here, but it's at least only giving health, I guess, back. I don't love you guys whatsoever. So many that are attacking in a very annoying ways. You would be able to kill us even if I stayed here, which of course we are not going to be staying here, but yeah. So, you're gonna be acting second, third, fourth, fifth, and the 6th. You're the one that is going to be acting last. As such, I could always bring you into here to shoot at this guy, but unfortunately this is on the way. I could move you one into here, but unfortunately you're acting later than this unit, so it wouldn't be enough to actually save these buildings completely. So then it's just a question, what do I need to do in what order? Again, unfortunately you're also acting later, so it's kind of like none of them are nice enough to go in the order that I would be able to get someone else killed by pushing them or throwing them in a way that they would be able to kill one of their allies. So that's very unfortunate. I kind of have a feeling that I still should be pulling you, because at least that way you will not be attacking there, and I think that's probably one of the better ways for me to try to at least deal with one of the guys that is attacking over there. At least you're killing this at some point. Not early enough though, certainly. If I leave you here, that is. I definitely would need to do something about all of this, and that's the problem. I don't think that there's anything that I can really do to protect all of this, though. But then I should definitely at least make sure that I'm not getting myself even more into trouble. You're going to die, whoever I attack you with, and I think that is important. It's just a shame that you acted before. That's an annoyance. If only you didn't. If only you didn't. Or if only I could use the artillery to push 3 of these or some sus. But I cannot do that either. I can only push indeed, very annoyingly, just one of them. And you're only gonna be able to deal with one because they're not nicely in a smoke line, for example. Very annoying. Very, very annoying. Basically, all of these are just as bad. All of them are going to do at least 2 possible damage into a tile. So it doesn't really matter much. Other than I think that you are the more important one to kill at least, because you are affecting 2 of the different ones. So I think how it works is that if this spot resists, it resists the full attack from this. But here I would need to have 2 separate resistance strikes, basically. So I guess that's fine. As much as I dislike it. Well, I guess the best that I can do is just to push you into this smoke. And then there is this guy who is attacking very annoyingly. At least we would be able to get these missions completed, but again, I failed with the very important one, which would be to get the time bot. And that did of course fail, which I'm not too surprised about, of course, but well, can't be helped, I guess. What a shame, just a time bot. As such, in a sense, I would have to say that I'm not sure why they care about the time bot so much. It's important for us, but why does this island say that, hey, because you didn't get this time bot, you're not getting a perfect island. It's so important for us. Oh well. I do like this weapon. Do I like it enough to change it over the smoke bombs? I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it. Let's see what these guys have. All the pilots survive death. Interesting. Haven't seen that before, but I do not at least plan to go and die. Hopefully. Again, this is good, but I kind of I guess I like the pool more. Nah. I don't think that any of these are something that I really want to be going and getting. This is nice, but again, I kind of like the ones that we already have more. I guess I'm just gonna buy as many of those as I can. I'm not willing to really sell anything of this though. So it's either getting one of these or getting to crit power, so I guess I'll just get a couple of crit power because I don't feel that that's important. At least you got the one mech reactor, so that's kinda nice. I guess I will give you one, so I can at least get this into use too. I could also consider getting this, but I have to consider what exactly I'm gonna be doing with these powers. I could be activating this, and then I could just be getting this acid, which isn't the worst, especially considering the map we're going to be going. So maybe I'll try to do that, give you one of these. I don't think that this is as important, for example, nonetheless. The range would be perfect on this, giving a little bit of actual attack on us. Attack that we can use, I mean. Of course, I do not have this also powered. This could be nice, but again, I would need 2 into there, and I do think the movement is more important with you. I could give you 1 so that you would have more movement. I think that I actually like it. Of course, yeah, I gave you already to fire and forget, and I think it's also good. However, I do kind of wonder if it's the best in use for you, or if I should give it somewhere else, but I guess we'll try it like this. It was a decent third island, but definitely not perfect. Our crit defense is, at least generally speaking, relatively high.